All right, gonna point out a few things here that are slowing down y'all's Facebook ad results. And that's because the mistakes I'm seeing are causing way more people to scroll right on by y'all's ad than is necessary. So these are some other ads that I've solved these same types of mistakes for. We can see the first one at the top there, that column unique CTR all. This is how many people out of 100 unique people are clicking on the ad. So basically how many people out of 100 are clicking into the ad. And to me, that means, our ad has actually entered their brain. So when they had mistakes, 4.3 out of 100. And when I fixed those mistakes, we got up to 6.88 out of 100, or like 7 out of 100. So we're able to scale CTR 1.6x by fixing these simple front-facing mistakes. So they're getting 60% their ad to go into 60% more people's brains for the same ad spend, because now not as many people are just scrolling on by. Second ad down there went from 1.39%, that's very bad. Um, you know, Clicking anywhere on their ad, or their ad entering 1.39 out of 100 people's brains. We got that up to 9.13%. So I was able to fix the mistakes and scale the CTR of this ad 6.5x. And then ad number 3 down at the bottom, 5.03% for unique CTR all, which actually is still pretty good. When they had mistakes, and then I went in and fixed those mistakes that they did have, and we were able to scale CTR 3x. So literally get, our ad into 3x more people's brains, because they were no longer, for the same ad spend, because they were no longer just mindlessly scrolling on by the ad. They're actually clicking somewhere on it. And so if we can, increase the amount of people's brains our ad goes into for the same ad spend, that will increase the probability of getting more buyers. Some other wins, again, middle column, unique CTR all. And by the way, all this cold audience, people have never heard from us before, never seen us before, same here, cold audience. These wins up here, these cold audience, unique CTR all, this is higher than most people's retargeting. You can see my retargeting down here at the bottom, 17 out of 17%, 26%. So I'm able to do this by fixing these mistakes I'm seeing in y'all's ads right now. So going from bottom to the top, below creative, it's always a mistake to have anything below the creative. But I do notice you're doing send message, so the next best thing is to minimize the amount of things we have below the creative. That includes words here in the bottom left. And the false belief that causes us to make this mistake is A, we don't even know we're making this below creative mistake, and B, it's kind of Facebook's telling us to fill out these forms, choose these buttons, fill out these fields. So, we're feeling like we should, but Facebook's only doing that because it gives Facebook more money, not us. The consequence of this, again, same as I said at the beginning, more people scrolling by our ad than necessary, so our ad is not entering their brains. Next, we'll move on up, look at the creatives. So we got after, and then a poster. So the mistake we're making here is, well, we're making half a mistake. After is half the equation we want. But we're missing the other half of actually what we want to show with the after. And the false belief that causes us to make this mistake is we believe after is the number one thing that'll help bring us in buyers. Halfway true. And then the consequences of this, after, and then, well, we're thinking, what's making people scroll on by instead of have our ad go into their brain is that we're going to have more people scrolling on by than necessary. And finally, up at the top here is our final section. Give us a call for all your lawn care needs. All right, so the false belief, well, so the mistake here is lack of context. The false belief that causes us to make this mistake is A. Again, we don't even know we're making a mistake till someone points it out. And then B, we, we believe we're providing enough context or enough info for people. But this is not the case. It's causing way, way, way more people to scroll on by our ad than necessary. So basically, we're getting right into way fewer people's brains than we could be if these mistakes were fixed. And this is, us simply spending the same on ads and getting these mistakes fixed. So I am able to fix these mistakes and get you guys way more clicks, people clicking onto the ad, which means our ad has entered their brain for the same ad spend. I can do this I can do these fixes for $100. And if, we get everything rolling and I get paid before 6 p.m., I am able to deliver same day.